Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're back with another one. It is right here, another PLD on the horizon. Today evening, Night of Champions. A lot has been happening in the WWE of late. SmackDown, Raw. Whew, just a small recap. It's been amazing, by the way. So Edu, tell us how have you been?
I've been night. It's been a tough couple of months, but we're back in it.
Yes.
And yeah, we have another PLE on the horizon, Night of Champions. So yeah, we have to talk about it, man. So much has happened, and we haven't. I feel like I have so much inside.
Yeah.
And I just need to let it out. I guess
So
that's what you said.
so like we'll just touch on a few because we don't have a whole day.
Yeah,
just a small recap of what's been going on. Seth Rollins with the tiny little alliance that he's had.
Oh, and he won Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he won Money in the Bank, by the way. That's a PLE we should have done an episode of.
Hey, but that alliance is
it's heavy.
It's heavy.
I mean,
it's heavy.
Man, especially I feel like I told you this a while ago. I feel like they're kind of trying to recreate the Authority storyline.
Just continue.
I was thinking about the name, but I feel like they are kind of trying to redo the Authority storyline. One of the best storylines, by the way.
For sure.
And Seth Rollins really came to his own in the same storyline.
I think that's what really elevated him to being a main guy.
Yeah.
Because like after the Shield, it's not easy like carving your own way as a singles wrestler, as a singles competitor.
Especially when
and they were pushing, and they were as a group.
Yeah.
And they were really pushing Roman Reigns to be like the next big guy. But I think the whole Authority angle really pushed Seth over. And yeah, I think I agree with you. I feel like that's kind of what they're doing. Though I'll say not Authority per se, because he's not like with the, if he was with The Rock. If he was with The Rock, or if someone else in Authority, like I'd have said okay, probably. But I feel like this is just another bloodline.
Yeah,
like we had like the run that Roman
had,
the Usos and everyone, the kind of run the bloodline had for like 5 years, 4 to 5 years, right?
Yeah,
and they were long. And they were the face.
Yeah, they were the face of
WWE
for the longest time.
They brought WWE from obscurity back to the big leagues.
Whatever
WWE is going through right now, whatever bank they're making right now is because of Roman Reigns and the bloodline. Shout out to, I acknowledge.
Obviously. And I've been seeing so many posts on Instagram, YouTube, people posting that we miss Roman Reigns. Personally, I do miss Roman Reigns because currently he is my favorite wrestler. Right now, he is my favorite wrestler. And yeah, I thought Seth Rollins was way better than Roman, but then after the bloodline storyline, like Roman just forgave Seth Rollins.
Yeah, for sure. No, I totally agree with you. And I think everyone else can see that. I remember when Roman Reigns was still the big dog.
He's still the big dog.
When that was his main persona, not the tribal chief. I remember even John Cena dissing him.
When he was unable to cut the promo.
Exactly. You see, like that was a different Roman from the Roman who was in the bloodline
right now.
Because this guy, his promos, oh my god.
His promos are
I'm gonna smash.
And the way he just
that's what he said.
The way he uses the silence. He doesn't rush his
aura, bro.
I mean
his entrance is like, man, dare I say, second to the Undertaker, man. WrestleMania entrance, second to the Undertaker, man. The aura, like entrance.
Okay, Mark Henry had a brilliant entrance song.
He had a brilliant entrance song, but like, you're talking about when 36 Mafia came through.
Yeah, when 36 Mafia came through for him.
Bro, now I'm talking about the orchestra doing like the tribal.
I see it now.
And then it takes like 30 minutes to get to the ring, you know,
and when you
just
think
like the
about,
Undertaker.
Yeah, and when you think about it, most of the
top two WrestleMania entrances for me.
And the Hawaiian tribe in general, with all that, most of them tend to take on like, and not to be stereotypical, but they tend to take on like a rapper kind of entrance. When you look at Jey Uso, when you look at Jacob Fatu, when you look at I don't think so. Solo kind of took the
Solo also, but it's because I think for Solo you can tell by how he talks, how he speaks.
Yeah.
But for Solo, I think because like when he was being introduced to WWE, he was like the enforcer.
Yeah.
So like that's how he
that has to remain.
Yeah.
But most of them, other than
but I think they'll probably change his theme.
Yeah.
In
I feel like Solo still has. I feel like if Solo doesn't just steps out of the bloodline, just like the way Jay did, and leaves the fat guy that he brought recently. What's his name?
Oh, JC.
Yeah, JC Mateo. Like just
his big bond is not.
Yeah.
Without
So, but I feel like it was the wrong time to introduce JC Mateo, because I feel like Solo can go on a solo run. Solo. He can go. I think Solo has.
He does have the potential, especially like you remember when they were doing the whole he's the tribal chief and then they were fighting for the Buffalo with
Roman.
Like the trajectory was like the only way was up for Solo, you know.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they made Roman beat him, now it's like he went back down. He has to start he has to try.
I feel like
exactly
the bloodline storyline has run its course. Throw it out.
And so now, because of how big it was and how revolutionary it was, see where I'm going with this? That's why Seth. You know,
okay. They've made like a reincarnation.
Exactly. But now, because we have the wise man, but now he's the oracle.
The oracle.
He's oracle. And then we have like he has now two enforcers. Bronson. Big Bronson.
Oh man.
Yo, I'm telling you that's right. These guys took out LA Knight, and I was like, ouch. And then those tsunamis were too much.
I love LA Knight. Oh my god. I feel like LA Knight is. And
he's
personally,
he's going to. I love. Sorry for interrupting. I just love how. I love the trajectory LA Knight's career has been taking. Like. He's a main guy. Like he's a main guy. It's just that
love him.
It's just that, and he's selling merch. He's so popular. And I feel like the only reason why he hasn't gotten a title shot since the last time he fought against Roman.
I remember.
It's because there's so many other people ahead of him right now. You know, because like they're going with the John Cena angle right now. They're trying to run it back with Randy Orton, CM Punk. You know, the guys who John Cena faced before. Because for sure, if Triple H was still
fit enough,
if he was in good condition to fight, he'd been
in the storyline.
In the storyline,
because of the time, like,
or even Taker, right?
Even Taker.
Yeah.
But then I don't. Taker.
Edge. If Edge was still around.
You remember? I think Edge is the last guy to like hold the spinner belt.
Yeah, he was. He was.
When I think CM Punk made his own, like the fist spinner belt.
Yeah, but like sir,
Edge was the last guy to hold
Edge was the last guy. Yeah, Edge was the last guy.
Yeah, I feel like if Edge
Edge or Triple H
has given me like so many good memories, but Edge was the last guy to hold the spinner belt.
I think it was Randy.
No.
Because I think it was Randy.
I don't think so. Because you remember. Because I'm trying to imagine. I've never seen Edge with the. You see, like the way the Undisputed title looks like right now. See, that's how they started. That was the new version of the title. Yeah, the new version of the title. And then they went with it. So I've never seen Edge with that title. I've only seen Randy with that title. I've never seen CM Punk with that title. So I could say that probably Randy was the last person. I've never seen CM Punk with that. With the new version, of course.
Yeah.
But
Because I think so, but we'll confirm. We'll confirm for you. We'll confirm for you guys. But that's just.
But I feel like I feel like I read it somewhere, and there's a WWE documentary where like they were showing the like evolution of the belts, and I remember hearing Edge was the last one holding the spinner belt. Maybe I heard wrong.
Yeah, but no, it feels right.
Yeah,
it feels right. But like now from my head, I'm like, I've never seen Edge with another WWE title other than the spinner belt.
Because for John Cena to change to
so unless
the spinner belt, I think he won it off Randy.
No. He won it off JBL.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He won it off JBL, and then when he became champion, that's when he changed the title, and it became the spinner belt. Because he did that with the US title first. When he won the US title.
When he won the US title, I remember the US title.
Remember?
Yeah.
He did that first, and then now when he won the world title, he switched it up as well.
I remember. But then the feud with him and Randy wasn't as long when he had the spinner belt.
No, it was because I remember there was a time there was Randy, there was Triple H, there was Shawn Michaels, there was CM Punk.
Yeah.
There was a time that Alberto Del Rio was also in the mix.
Yeah, there was a time I remember
Alberto having the spinner belt.
Yeah, I remember Alberto as well.
Yeah.
But then with Randy, maybe I don't really see any memorable moments with him.
No, Randy had the spinner belt. Randy had the spinner belt.
Because Randy had the I remember
CM Punk like even CM Punk had the spinner belt.
CM Punk, I remember like CM Punk.
Randy had the spinner belt on multiple occasions. Because after, you see, when Randy's first ever title was the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah, I remember the big one.
Yeah, the big
and
one.
Then I have
that was his first title. That was his first ever world title.
Yeah, I remember so many
But his first
with him.
WWE title was the spinner belt. Because it's John Cena who changed it up.
Yeah.
So every single, dare I say, a majority or probably a majority of the titles, WWE titles that Randy has won have been the spinner belt.
I will confirm. Because I remember Randy was so iconic. Most of the moments I have in my head with Randy
must be the voices.
With the voices, of course. Randy, Shawn Michaels.
But Shawn Michaels never won it.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels never won it because Randy, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, I think
Undertaker never won it as well.
Most of their moments are with the world title.
The heavyweight, the big gold. The big gold. Yeah, for sure.
When I picture the big gold one, I see Shawn Michaels, I see Undertaker, I see Batista,
Triple H. I see Triple H and Batista.
Yeah, I see that. But then with the other one, that's when I see Edge. I see, maybe So back to the current.
Oh, we digressed so much. We were just talking about Seth Rollins and his new faction.
Yeah, but
I
feel like Seth, what he's doing right now, I feel like he is on his way to he has the money in the bank, of course.
He's a visionary.
He is a visionary.
He's a revolutionary.
He's the architect.
He is Seth freaking Rollins.
But and it is so hard with the amount of talent right now on WWE. It is so hard to picture where Seth deserves a world title.
Bro.
CM Punk deserves one. Randy deserves.
I'm glad.
Randy deserves one.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Let's just jump into one of the matches at Night of Champions, which is CM Punk versus John Cena. Yeah. As you said, this is John Cena's last hurrah. He's 17-time, never seen, the GOAT, right?
Down to, this is a very unpopular opinion, but this is my...
we love Heel John Cena. We love Heel John Cena, man. We love
top 3 best John Cenas of all time. I love Heel John Cena.
I love Heel John Cena.
Oh man, that guy.
We've been waiting for, I think for us, once a babyface becomes a babyface for too long. It's like Cody. The way we're itching for Cody to turn. We're itching for Homelander. Cody's a Homelander.
Wait,
we've already told you guys. Cody's going to be
even
Homelander.
If they will hook invisible wires on his back and
so make it fly,
I don't care, man. I can't wait for Cody to turn heel. But I love Heel John Cena.
So continue.
And I feel like with heel John Cena on Night of Champions, their match, I feel like I there's a part of me, because I love CM Punk so much. Heel John Cena just took my heart, and I don't want to see him lose. Like I watch John Cena right now, and when 1, 2, and I'm like, oh, he didn't lose. He didn't lose, because I want him to hold on to that title. I want him to go home.
I want him to go home with it.
To go home with it.
Yeah.
And like so many,
they create another title.
Another title.
Yeah.
He deserves it, and I kind of also want CM Punk to win it, so that John Cena can win it once again and make it like 18.
Yeah.
Maybe even lose it again and win it again 19. To make it 19.
And then lose it again and then win it again to make it 20. And then you can go.
Yeah.
And that would be dope.
I feel like
that would be dope.
Yeah, but it's so hard to see CM Punk winning.
Bro, let me give you, and what I'm about to tell you is not a prediction.
It's a prophecy.
It's a spoiler.
To what the oracle himself.
Bro, CM Punk is going to pin John Cena. He's going to win that title, and then Seth is going to come and stomp his face, cash in, and win the title.
But then I want to throw another curveball in there, and maybe this is me overthinking. Watch my last episode, Overthinker's Insight. This is me overthinking, and maybe it will be too much. But what do you think if Seth cashes in the Money in the Bank, then doesn't win the title, and Roman Reigns makes an appearance? Because Roman Reigns has a history with CM Punk, has a history with John Cena, has a history with Seth.
But Seth and Paul Heyman.
And Paul Heyman as well.
But I don't, personally I don't think that they're going to mix Roman up with Cena, because they don't really have any recent feud. Because the most recent feud for Roman was CM Punk and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
You get? So I feel like this is deja vu. Like literally this is deja vu. Because let's go back to 2011, right?
When
CM Punk was about his contract was running out.
Yeah.
And he was threatening to leave WWE with the title after. He was going to face John Cena for the title, beat him, and then like go home
with the title.
Yeah, leave WWE with the title.
Yeah.
Fast forward, you remember his pipe bomb?
Yeah, yesterday of course.
Legendary. CM Punk's legendary. Like I know John Cena's was dope. I loved how he executed it. Like it was so seamless. It's like 14 years later, bro, I never forgot this. I hope you're feeling very uncomfortable in the position that you're in right now. Like, I was getting flashbacks.
I know.
That was so dope. But
who did the better pipe bomb though?
I feel like in all honesty, there would have been no Cena pipe bomb without CM Punk's pipe bomb. And I feel like, in as much as for me, John Cena's pipe bomb, his delivery was way better.
Yeah.
But CM Punk's pipe bomb still stands out because it was unscripted. Like no one, they switched off the mic,
and also
they were like, we ain't hearing this shit again. It was like, and John Cena mocked him because in his pipe bomb, John Cena did the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, still on.
It's still on.
Yeah.
Yeah. He paid homage to the original pipe bomb, which is very like John Cena. Props to him. But CM Punk's pipe bomb is iconic because just picture like the whole aesthetic. John Cena did his pipe bomb with gym shorts and a t-shirt. Nobody would take him serious. But then CM Punk had the lip ring.
Yeah.
He had like the X on his. He looked like a pipe bomb himself.
Okay. I like I like how you
and
put it.
Yeah, basically I feel like CM Punk's pipe bomb was way better because it was unscripted and all that. But John Cena's pipe bomb is like way up.
Yeah, for sure. The number of times I rewatched that pipe bomb
I'm about
was
to make
like
it my ringtone. Right now it's Joe Henry, if you believe in Joe Henry. But I'm about to make that my ringtone. And honestly, say his name and he appears. That guy, the only Canadian.
R.I.P. Chris Benoit. Anyway, that's my number one Canadian.
But
on the Edge. Oh damn.
Edge is also Canadian.
Yeah, there's so many. Christian. Oh man, there's so many. P.T. Williams, the creator of the Canadian Destroyer. But anyway, we are digressing. So John Cena, CM Punk. I feel like they really can't drag Roman into their beef, cause anyway, what I was saying at first was they can't drag him into the beef. First of all, cause this is something it's deja vu.
Yeah.
So Cena is threatening to leave the title, same way
CM Punk threatens to leave.
And I don't even know why I didn't see this coming. Like, the fact that John Cena threatened to leave with the title, like, these guys are just
redoing the whole story.
So we should have known that they were going to pull CM Punk into this one way or another. And they did, because I remember when John won the title, CM Punk mentioned him.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't believe, like, I thought you were different.
Yeah, I remember the promo and all that. And you remember calling him the Rock's bitch. Yeah.
And you remember at Elimination Chamber they had this sign of mutual respect before they started fighting, but Cena took advantage of CM Punk having been stomped by Seth. Hit the STF and he won. And that's how he got to WrestleMania, and that's how he won the title.
But then it's also deja vu in that you remember the way CM Punk won. No, was it? I think Damian Priest cashed in on a Money in the Bank after CM Punk distracted Drew McIntyre. So what if the same thing happened to him, but then he wasn't distracted by something? But how much do you feel like Drew will get his revenge?
Now Drew is out for some time.
Yeah, Drew will be out for some time, but he will come back.
Yeah, but now that will only happen if, like, I think that would happen if probably CM Punk is champion heading into WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that far. I'm talking about like tonight. If CM Punk, as you said, if he pins John Cena, then he's champion for some few seconds, minutes, as Nani cashes in the Money in the Bank, and he's not champion anymore.
I think that Drew feud, I don't think it'll come into play right now.
It won't come into play. I'm just talking about
hypothetically.
When you talk about deja vu, when you talk about
okay, I get what you mean, but I have a totally different opinion in the sense that yes. Okay, again, let me get back to my point on deja vu. Cena threatening to leave with the title. Cena actually wins the title because he said he was going to win the title, then leave with it.
Yeah,
he did that. That's the same thing CM Punk did, but CM Punk got a contract extension. You remember when he negotiated his contract with Mr. McMahon and all that. So CM Punk stayed on for a bit and then he bolted again after he bolted when I think in 2014, like when shit had hit the fan.
Yeah,
like he was really pissed
when Shield was coming into its own and all that. Yeah,
like he was pissed with the McMahon and everything, Triple H. So I feel like John won't leave with the title. So John won't leave with the title.
Okay, yeah.
Like this is just John. That's what I'm saying. It's deja vu. So CM Punk, I have a feeling like probably CM Punk, then giving it to Cody again. Okay, it's possible, but we'll get there. So, again, I stand by the fact that Cena won't
leave with the title.
He won't leave with the title, but he still has 6 months before he retires.
Yeah, you can say 6 months. So
it's possible.
18 appearances.
Yeah, so it's possible for him to lose it, win it again, lose it, and then win it again, and probably vacate it as he's leaving, he might vacate it if he does like a turn, and then he becomes a babyface again. Then he's like, you know what, wrestling gave me everything. I can't take it. I can't take this away from wrestling. So he gives it out. He vacates the title and he leaves as they go to, like, he wasn't even paid for it. It wasn't. I feel like that's one scenario. Another scenario is that Seth is going to cash in at Night of Champions at the Fanatics Fest that was last week. You remember, like, they had an altercation. Seth and John and CM Punk individually together, and then Seth has also been teasing, you know, like,
he's been teasing
teasing a lot, and I don't think he's going to cash in on Gunther, because the WWE Undisputed title is the Holy Grail. It's the marquee title. It's the face of the company.
It's the face of the company,
basically. So I feel like, and it's going to add to the storyline if CM Punk pins John Cena, CM Punk wins the title, Seth comes in, stops this guy, cashes in, wins, and then probably John Cena will be like a rematch, you know, like, because champion's advantage. But not just with Seth, with CM Punk as well, because CM Punk was the champion.
Exactly.
Then it's gonna be
I see where you're going with this.
It's gonna be a
triple threat
at SummerSlam.
I see it.
And then John wins it because Seth is going and CM Punk are going to be too focused on each other. So Seth, John Cena will take advantage of that, win, and get his number 18.
I see.
Because I feel like there's a story there, you know. There's a story. I feel like there's a story there.
So that we can. So I think WWE are wanting to make John Cena, like, there was a time John Cena was loved, hated, but then he stayed. He was loyal to the company. So I feel like WWE will want to make this guy the ultimate GOAT, so that when it gets to a time when his record, so that it takes quite long for you to break his record.
And especially, like, right now, I think the difference between right now and back in the day is that back in the day we had matches constantly. Even like not just on PLEs, even like on Kawaida SmackDown.
Like Raw, SmackDown,
you'd have like a title match.
Titles change hands
very often. Very often, exactly. Nowadays you find someone having the title and having it for over a year. You know, like 2 years, 4 years.
Roman had it for like
3 years, exactly. You see, like, it's so that's why, because you see,
the man that they had to unify the title.
You see, it's because he beat Brock.
He beat Brock.
So you see, like, the difference between, that's why the people are still saying that Roman is one of the GOATs, because in as much as he hasn't won the title many times like Ric Flair or John Cena, but the amount of time he had the title, that counts for something. 1,000+ days.
Especially after, and also if you think about the period of time in which Roman had the title, there were no, like, stars. Brock was leaving the company. Seth I think was having his daughter.
And it was around COVID time, you know, like,
he held the company down.
There were no fans.
There were no fans. Logan Paul hadn't pulled in. Roman Reigns held the company.
We acknowledge you. We acknowledge you.
Like, I listen when every time he's making an appearance, when he was in the Bloodline still, and like the crowd is booing, but the same people who are booing are like, boo!
We acknowledge, man. We acknowledge. So last question for the match. John Cena, CM Punk. Before we move on to
the other matches.
Who do you want to win? Who do you think is gonna win?
Personally, with this new John Cena and with how I watch wrestling, sometimes I cry watching wrestling. Like, that's how much I love wrestling. And seeing John Cena getting pinned is so, I feel so much pain right now seeing John Cena getting pinned. And I love CM Punk as well, so like I'm really looking forward to watching this match. But I feel like, as you say, I feel like CM Punk will win it.
CM Punk, yeah?
Yeah.
I also feel like
you convinced me. Initially, I was like John Cena all the way, but then when you talked about when you told me the triple threat theory, I see it happening.
I'm still on CM Punk winning, but also them keeping the title on John is not far-fetched because they did the same against Randy Orton.
Yeah.
You know, Randy Orton didn't win. Also with CM Punk, they didn't win, but at least there's a different angle in this CM Punk story. Because let me throw another span in the works, bro. So you remember at Backlash, Randy versus John Cena.
Yeah, I do remember.
Randy had John beat. Who came out?
All the way, R-Truth.
He distracted him and John Cena won. Right?
Yeah.
Fast forward now to Night of Champions. CM Punk versus John Cena. John Cena has CM Punk beat. He's about to win. Who comes out?
Seth.
Nah. R-Truth.
But then
R-Truth comes out because he's still pissed at John Cena, right?
Yeah, he's still pissed.
So he comes out trying to stop John Cena from winning. He does that. CM Punk wins, but because CM Punk wins, but now Seth comes out and wins after, cashes in after.
I see where you're going with it, but then going back to the deja vu theory. You remember when Cody came back and he was put through all these trials, then won the title in the next WrestleMania. I feel like that's what's happening.
He had to work for it. He's a
I feel like
that's in a different category.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's happening with R-Truth right now, because yesterday night we saw him getting attacked by Aleister Black. I feel like they will take R-Truth down that's a theory that I have, but I don't think. I feel like they are slowly trying to take R-Truth out of the
tell them what you think is the eventual game plan.
I feel
the end game for R-Truth.
I feel like the end game for R-Truth.
Yeah.
Because looking at the stats, he's been he's selling the most match, especially when he was in Judgment Day. Even last year, I think he sold the most match. When he left, even though he wasn't having matches occasionally, people were enraged. People were like, bring Truth back.
We want Truth.
We want Truth. And for the longest time, he's been a fan favorite, but never gotten into the spotlight as much.
He has never been put over.
Yeah. So I feel like he will be taken through the same test that Cody was put through. And in John Cena's last match, I feel like R-Truth will be the one who will retire Cena. I feel like he will be okay. If CM Punk wins tonight, then he's the next. I feel like he's the one who will take the title away from Cena.
But if John Cena regains the title eventually, and when he's about to retire, that still makes sense.
Yeah.
That's.
I feel like
there's a story.
There's a story there.
Yeah.
Like, see,
childhood hero.
Yeah, Truth said he will beat Cena back to his senses.
Yeah.
So imagine him winning the title of Cena and R-Truth like paying homage to his childhood hero, wanting to shake his hand, and the fans thinking like, Cena won't shake his hand. Cena.
Then he actually does.
He does. Raises his hand.
Yeah.
Old Cena is back.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what will happen.
That makes sense, man. That makes sense. That would be the pure WWE where you guys, man. Sign us up for creative, man.
Maybe Triple H is something.
Triple H, I hope you're watching, man. Make sure you tag WWE and Triple H.
I will.
After this,
because how many ideas have we had that Triple H hasn't?
We called Jey Uso was going to win the Royal Rumble. But
you called it. I didn't. I said CM Punk, but you called it.
Anyway.
Yeah,
it's a week.
Anyway, I feel like R-Truth won't come in. I feel like he will be taken on a whole another journey so that he is ready to face Cena on his last, because it will be easier to turn Cody heel, because Cody will feel like, I feel like, first of all, Randy will beat Cody.
I'm even glad you brought that up, because now we can just move on to the next topic, which is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton.
Annoying baby for
the king of the ring. And who do you think is gonna win that?
Randy. Hands down, Randy Orton.
I feel like, you see,
I want Cody Rhodes to lose everything. I hate that guy. I want him to lose everything.
Like what? This is the same thing Cena was talking about, you know. You love him, and then all of a sudden he's not. He's too good for you. You hate him, so you want him to be bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, we are the problem as fans. We are the problem. But we are the ones who make WWE.
Yes. What I want Cody to lose. I want him to dye his hair black. I want his tattoo to be lasered off. I want him to.
No, he legit talked about that. He legit talked
about his tattoo.
He talked recently. I had a clip where he was talking about like he's going to his time as a babyface is almost over.
Thank you.
Because he was even talking about dyeing, because his hair is naturally black.
Yeah.
So going back to his dark hair.
Yeah.
You know, and just embracing like a new, because like it would be something new, something nice to go through. Because like
Cody has always been a baby face. Yeah, there's no time.
No, there was a time he was a heel back in the day.
When he was star whatever.
No, not a Stardust. Like when he was part of Legacy with Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember.
Yeah, he was a heel at the time.
So skinny back then.
When he was. He even became Intercontinental Champion.
I remember that Cody.
Yeah. So I feel like
Legacy.
Yeah, it would be like a really dope storyline, because if you think about the greats, other than John Cena, they've all had a heel run as well as a babyface. Like they've interchanged. They've interchanged.
Yeah.
Like even think about Triple H, man. How many times has Triple H been a heel?
Triple H.
How many times has Triple H been a babyface? And he's been loved all through.
You know, Triple H is my goat. Like I love Triple H with all my heart.
The game.
Oh man, it's about to be my ringtone right now. But yeah, I feel like if Cody loses everything and he goes on a spiral in that,
he finally kisses the Rock's ass.
Yeah, not even kissing the Rock's ass, but he makes his own pipe bomb. Imagine Cody's own pipe bomb, and I want him to be here.
WWE everything.
With his heavy tongue.
Yes, yeah.
And I want him to
I hope you guys understand you're joking, right?
Yeah, we love you, Cody, but you are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, man. As a character, we need Homelander Cody. We need Homelander Cody. So, and I really agree with what you're talking about. Like, if Randy should beat him.
We'll beat him.
Yeah, Randy should beat him. Because Randy should kick his skull off his head, like. Randy should just like do the punch.
Yeah.
You know, like I miss that Randy.
Can I tell you a theory that I had as a child that I feel like is really stupid? I feel like every time Cody executed an RKO, back when I thought Randy. Yeah. I felt like back when I thought wrestling was real. I thought every time Cody executed an RKO, every time Randy executed an RKO. He will break someone's neck.
Yeah, I know. Same for me. The tombstone. I'm like, tombstone, head first.
Exactly. Like, and the tombstone was done so, like it was done rarely, like so many times. So as in, I thought when I was playing PS, that's when I knew that Undertaker and Kane's finisher was the tombstone, because for so long I would just see like the choke slam, 1, 2, 3, done. Very few times I will say, this is a very interesting move.
Undertaker pretty much used the tombstone when he was the dead man.
Yeah.
Like that kind of Undertaker. But I remember when he was the American Badass.
Yeah.
The Last Ride.
Yeah.
Like the powerbomb, the Last Ride
was
like his finisher together with the chokeslam. But he still did the occasional tombstone. It wasn't like his finishing move.
Yeah, back when I thought finishers were called SmackDown.
They're called Smarks. No, they're not called Smarks. Like I think it's because of the game.
Yeah.
I still call them that anyway. Yeah. Okay. Depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
But so Cody and Randy
gets his head knocked off by Randy.
Yeah, and then Randy, but you see, there's something else I was also seeing is that you see how they marketed Randy versus John Cena as one last time.
Yeah.
They really can't do it one last time again, you know.
Yeah.
So probably Cody will win.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's just some theory I saw somewhere.
Yeah,
because like they really marketed it as one last time. Even for CM Punk, it's like one last time. You know, one last fight between the two of them. So I
you know,
it's possible, but anyway, there's only time will tell. Only time will tell, really.
Yeah, but then they said one last time in so and so. But okay, maybe I had the wording wrong. But
only time will tell.
This is me. Only time will tell. But I want Randy to win.
Yeah, I don't want Randy to win. There's a lot of history between them. As I said, they were in Legacy together when Randy was champion.
Yeah.
And Cody and Ted DiBiase Jr. were like his minions.
Exactly.
And they're like,
oh,
so,
man,
and they're all Nepo babies.
Yeah.
You know, like they're all third generation superstars. So there's a lot of history. These guys are really good friends. But yeah, I'd love actually for a rivalry to come out of this.
Same way and Cody.
Yeah, same way KO and Cody had a feud. Same way KO and Randy had a feud. So probably something to happen in this match that will make them now start feuding.
Hate each other.
So now they're going to continue feuding for some time to put them out of the title picture. Just for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course one of them is going to be in the title picture because they're going to win the King of the Ring.
Yeah.
So like there's only one way to find out anyway. Yeah.
Okay, so who do you see win? Who is you?
I don't want Randy to win, but I feel like they're still going to put Cody over, and that's what's going to turn, because both of them are baby faces right now.
Yeah.
Having two baby faces in a match, in a feud in a match, doesn't really go well with the fans.
It doesn't.
You really want someone you can root for and someone you don't want to win. So I feel like Cody is going to win, and then that's going to, or something is going to happen that's going to make Cody win. And
the voices.
And then the voices are going to tell Randy, kick this nigga's head
off.
Okay, like Cody's an honorary.
He's not.
He's an honorary nigga. He's from Atlanta.
No,
he's from Atlanta.
He will be an honorary nigga.
His wife is black, so.
No, he will be an honorary nigga when he turns heel. I'm so tired of Cody. Like.
Anyway, let's move on to the next one. let's move on to the next one. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu for the US title.
Jacob Fatu will win.
Yeah, def. Unless, it's also possible for, just for the storyline. It's possible because Solo hasn't won a solo title. Solo hasn't won a singles title. So I feel like it's very possible that Solo wins it one way or another, probably like a distraction from JC Mateo. Big Jim comes in. I don't know. There could be something, or probably you could see the return of this guy's minions. What are they called? Tangaloa,
the Tonga twins.
Were they twins though?
No, okay,
and
okay.
It was
Tonga
twins. It was Tangaloa and the other guy, Tamatonga.
But then Tangaloa had an injury.
Yes, Tangaloa had an injury. Yeah, but some I'm saying Tamatonga, like he could be like the surprise.
Oh, he could come back.
He could come back and help Solo. But then because at least because Fatu doesn't have anyone.
Plus Fatu has Jimmy.
Not really.
But Jimmy has.
They talked about it being like a mutual respect thing yesterday on SmackDown.
Yeah, I remember.
And I feel like Big Jim eyed that US title, and Fatu, it's like you're selling him. If it's all respect, if you're good, if you're right by me, you'll get the chance.
You'll get the chance.
Yeah, and I feel like he's going to get the chance to fight for the US title, because I feel like they're also trying to push Big Jim for like a singles
run.
Yeah, but Jay's on another level right now.
On a whole another level.
So I feel like
Jim is just fat. But you should hit the gym.
Yo. So I feel like it's very possible for Solo to win the title just to prolong the feud. Because you see, if Jacob Fatu still keeps it, what else is there to fight for? Like there's nothing, because Solo screwed Fatu screwed Solo
for Money in the Bank.
For Money in the Bank, you know. Yeah. So probably now this other guy is Fatu's also screwed for the title. For the title.
Yeah,
so Solo wins the title so that the feud can continue.
Go on.
Yeah. So I think that makes sense.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, I think that one makes sense. So for me, I feel like though Fatu is the more popular one, Solo for me, Solo is going to win that one. Yeah.
I've seen what you're going with this, because Solo has been the tribal chief, but hasn't held a title.
Yeah. Not even a tag team title.
Fatu was the enforcer, but he won a title. Yeah, I can see it. I see it now.
So for the next match,
what if Fatu loses the US title and Jim is left feuding with Solo and Fatu goes to seek Gunther?
Too soon, because I don't see how those stories come together. I don't see how those stories come together unless you see if there was something like a King of the Ring or a Battle Royal and then number one contender to face Gunther, that would make sense, you know. Because right now, like, you can't just go and, because I feel like there are so many. I feel like this Braun Breaker.
Yeah, Braun Breaker.
You know, because if Seth wants to control, they want to control WWE, right? WWE, so they want all the titles. So that's why he was pushing Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to win the King of the Ring tournament. Yeah, so that's why he was pissed when Akina LA Knight were coming. He's like, why you and Penta? Why you in my business? Why you in my business? Because if those guys won, these guys would be in control.
Yeah.
Like they'd have all the gold. Yeah. So I feel like that's the angle that they are going for, and this guy's on SmackDown anyway. So unless we have to wait for the draft, probably there's gonna be a draft. So.
Yeah, this SummerSlam is almost here, so there has to be a draft.
Yeah, so probably after the draft, then we'll get to know
what happens.
What happens. Yeah, because I feel like that's the case. So let's just move on to the next match. Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley in a street fight.
This match
it was forced by the
I feel like they were just trying to feel the card.
And also Rhea Ripley is really popular with the fans, so they really that's why they want to put her like in every PL, you know, like cause at least people will want to come and see Rhea Ripley because there's nothing in that match. There's no story. Like
there's no story. It's an old storyline.
They forced it because there are no heavyweight matches for women. Because like we already had Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax the last 2 months time, which Tiffany won unconvincingly in my opinion. but
Tiffany is up there. Tiffany.
No, it's Tiffy time right now.
It's
Tiffy time right now.
Like I feel like hands down after Rhea, Tiffany cuts the best promos for me after Rhea.
For women?
Yeah. Because Bianca is always a second or two off. Becky is always a second or two off. Bayley doesn't. It's so soft. Even with like she's just too soft.
Yeah, even Jade's promo work isn't the best.
Jade is like the Brock Lesnar of WWE.
Yeah, I get what you mean, man. But personally, like I've never really focused on promos for the women. Like it's never really been up there. But
what you focus on?
The plot.
Oh god.
I think the best promos I've had recently was when Charlotte and Tiffany were trading barbs before the WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Now that was real heat. You know, like I could feel it. I was like,
even Charlotte doesn't.
But
Naomi cuts nice promos.
Naomi isn't so bad, by the way.
Naomi is always a second or two off.
No. I think Naomi, after she turned heel, she's doing really well. I think this character was built for her.
I feel like she's forcing it though.
No. She's not. She's not.
To which their own.
To which their own.
I've always liked Naomi, but it's not for her wrestling.
For the plot.
For the plot.
If you know, you know.
But I've always loved Naomi, but not for her wrestling skills. I think she can make a good. Let me just stop there.
Yeah.
Like,
What is it?
What was the other match?
Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez. I feel like, of course, Rhea is going to win.
Mami.
Yeah.
They love her.
Yeah. And what other matches there? There is the Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. I feel like that was I feel like that one was also forced because they removed the AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship because Dominic is injured.
Yeah.
So they just wanted to fill the card. There's another match I'm forgetting.
Let me just refresh this so that we can see it.
There's another match I'm forgetting. Oh, Queen of the Ring. Yeah, I think Queen of the Ring. I think we've kind of touched on it, cause
Jade Cargill and Asuka.
Oh, we touched on it. Okay, actually we touched on it like earlier in our own conversation. But yeah, who do you think is gonna win that one?
Jade Cargill, of course.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I feel like she's been there for over a year now.
Yeah, she has a movie coming out with Ryan Coogler.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, there's a movie I think her first movie.
Is that why she was out at that time?
Yeah.
Okay,
she has a movie coming out. She'll want to promote the movie. So many people are pushing to see her like go on a title run. I feel like she will win this. And what do you think about Naomi cashing in the Money in the Bank on? I don't want Tiffany to lose it right now. Who's the other champion?
Io.
Yeah, Io. Yeah, I feel like what if Naomi cashes in on Io and they go on a title run with Jade Cargill?
That makes so much sense. Because again, as I've said, like I feel like Jade is going to win. Asuka has just come back. She's dope. She's dope in the ring and all that, but like she's just come back. Like I don't think they're really going to put Asuka over Jade, considering that Jade has been putting in the work for like the past year, and WWE really tried everything to bring Jade to the company when she was a free agent. So definitely they're going to give her like a proper singles run, because they did the whole big three thing with Bianca and Naomi and the whole tag team thing.
Motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me.
Yeah, Jade, it's just you right now. It's just big you and big Naomi. So I really fuck with your idea, bro. Like
because
Io doesn't really have a proper challenger right now, and we have Liv is out making a movie. I'm sure like they're going to decide something about their tag team titles. Probably they'll be vacated, or they'll make them lose. Those titles. But yeah, like it makes so much, because on this other side we still have, and we still have like the new cards like from NXT. Stephanie Vaquer, Roxanne. Okay, Julia's already won the US title. But we have like so many women on the roster, that can challenge Tiffany. And because Bianca is out kidogo, but I know she'll still come back. So I feel like there'll be that angle. We still have Becky. We still have,
because you don't even know who is next in line to challenge
Io Sky. Yeah. It makes so much sense for her to cash in on Io, but at what moment? It has to be like probably like one of those non-title matches on Raw. And then Naomi comes in, cashes in, and then because she has the title, Jade is like, bitch, it's you I'm coming for.
It's you.
I'm going to take everything away from you the same way you try to take everything away from me.
Because I'm sure Io.
So that's the only way they can prolong the whole Jade Naomi thing.
Because I'm sure.
And then Bianca comes through, and then WrestleMania, we have that triple threat we're talking about.
We see who will motherfuck the big three. But I feel like with Io, Io is an amazing.
Io is dope, man. Io is dope. I love Io. I love Io. But
her in-ring work is brilliant. But there's one big problem is that
the promos. She can't talk.
Her promos, she can't speak English.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that has hurt Asuka, has hurt Io. It's hurt this other guy, Shinsuke Nakamura. It's hurt.
But I like Shinsuke's promos in Japanese. Like they're like so dope, so anime. I don't know, like they feel so samurai.
It brings that anime vibe.
When he was beefing with, he was beefing with who?
This recent or.
Yeah, when he was beefing, like when he was
with
for the hairstyles. Was it AJ Styles? Not just AJ Styles, LA Knight.
LA Knight.
Yeah,
I remember now.
For the US title. Yeah.
Even when he was beefing with Cody. You remember when he was saying he knows Cody's back? I remember him saying something about Cody's back.
I don't even remember that. But
or was it? No, it was Seth.
To Seth.
Yeah, when he said.
Yeah, they were beefing with Seth. You don't remember that time when Seth was champion?
Yeah.
They were beefing at that time. And he knew his back was injured.
Exactly.
That's why he went on a hiatus after like that WrestleMania.
Yeah, when he was giving this master, like Kung Fu master vibe. Yeah, Cobra Kai. Have you watched Cobra Kai? Like
no, I've only watched Karate Kid, the first one.
Cobra Kai, okay. Karate Kid.
Those who know. Those who know.
But then I feel like Cobra Kai really delves in deeper into, like, there's this character in Cobra Kai, like where
Dakota Kai, sorry.
There's like the originator of Cobra Kai in like Japan is this dark guy. When I was watching Shinsuke do his like promos, it really gave me that the Japanese who taught the American soldiers Cobra Kai really gave me that vibe, because we were training in like black whatever geese, and it was just giving this evil vibe. Yeah, that's the kind of. But I feel like if they understood English, because there are some people who, he's cutting good promos, but then I'm not really understanding.
But he's not doing them in ring. It's the ones that are recorded, like pre-recorded promos.
Yeah, for you to, I feel like for you to be like, even Asuka, she cuts really nice promos.
Asuka is cute though. Without the face paint.
She's got the body to back it up. For a Chinese woman,
you've seen her finishing move.
Yeah, I have.
Like it's like she hits you with her hip.
She could do that finishing move to me anytime.
It's like 1, 2, 3
all the time. You won. You do it again. You won Money in the Bank last week, and I have the belt. I mean, like I feel like if they understood English.
Sorry. Oh, that was You guys understand you're joking, right?
But if they understood English, I feel like wrestlers out there really have to make a point too. And I'm not bashing like the Japanese language. I'm not bashing any other language. But then English is the universal language, even with football.
Especially and I mean they're working in the US.
Yeah.
So like they should be able to communicate like that. Yeah.
And maybe they do understand English. It's just maybe a character they are playing. But
true. Or probably even they're just not able to express themselves. 100%.
Yeah.
But they do understand. They can speak a bit, because I've heard them speak, but
they do speak.
But it's like brokenish.
Yeah.
And I understand it's not their first language.
Yeah, it's not their first language. But just take a point to like, and there you're millionaires, you're making your money. I'm just making like
intensive language course. Anyone who has played Football Manager knows when you sign a foreign player, you send them for an intensive language course.
Exactly.
It's simple.
It's just a profession. Even with football, like even with, you remember when Zinedine Zidane didn't want to manage in England because apparently he didn't understand English. But then
it's because he just didn't want to manage United. Let's just be honest. let's just be honest. It's United. Come on,
we'll talk about
Zidane,
football.
United,
some other day.
Yeah.
So like after I feel like it will be an amazing Night of Champions. And something else I just wanted, who do you I said at first, I think he will be the one to retire Cena. In your opinion, do you think you've already given me the theory of like he will leave when it's hot? He will not burn out. He will leave at the top. But who if he is his because he said I was listening to him on the Breakfast Club. He said his last match will be in December. So he will fight for the title. So who do you think his last match will be? And do you think he will walk? You already said you don't think he'll walk away with it, but do you have a contrary opinion to your previous opinion?
If as sad as this makes me, if they're going to make him lose the title on his final match, it's going to be Cody. I don't know. I just have like that feeling. Yeah, like Cody is the face of the company, bro. So like they're going to put it back on him. So I just have a feeling. That's just a feeling. But I hope he lives at the top. Though I'd love if his theory went through, because like it's so much fun. It will be so much fun.
It will be so much fun.
And it makes so much sense.
Even with like the title runs Arthur has had have been so small.
Bruh, 24/7. Like okay, that's like the major like run he's had.
He's been iconic with the 24/7.
Yeah, but he's been tag team champion.
He has been as well. I feel like it's his time to be like the face of the company for once. I feel like he's earned it.
Man, I don't know how this is going to sound.
You don't think a black guy can be the
face? No, literally.
I know that.
No, literally, that's the reason why I don't think. No, I can't call you racist. I think I'm black.
even Uncle Ragas was black.
No, he was white on the inside. I'm black on the inside. And it's just facts anyway. So.
Anyway, on that, fuck Cody. I hope Cody loses everything, and we're ending on the video on that.
One life.